Hi, I'm Randy Hollenbeck, and this is the Music Roundtable. Today on the show, we have Dave from hard rock band Rise Among Rivals.
What's going on, Randy? How you doing, man? Thanks for having me on.
Play me, so you never have to feel the pain. Play me, 'cause I'm lying in the bed I made. Blame me. Trapped in relapse and I think that I need help. Telling myself that I've already been through hell. Try to get out, but it doesn't matter. No way to escape, 'cause I lost the answer. I hope you know that I was never right for you. Blame me, so you never have to feel the pain. Blame me, 'cause I'm lying in the bed I made.
Dave, the last time you were on was March 20th, 2023.
God, time flies, man.
We talked about your upcoming tour with Kingsman and your song Convictions. Catch us up. What have you been up to in the last 3 years?
Whew. Just hanging out. No, man, it's been a ride, man. A band is not it's a band is a journey. I'll put it that way. So the past 3 years have been really cool, man. We did a lot of studio stuff. So we were kind of catching up on that. Some member changes, some stuff like that. That's just things that happen, man. Life happens and all that jazz. Yeah, man, just trying to get it in as best we can. But really just trying to hit studio and just get a pile of music together so we can start releasing it, which we've been doing for almost a year now. We actually haven't even played. I think it'll be a year in November. So coming up on that tour in November, man. Yeah, it'll be like a year since we played out. So we've just been releasing month after month, as much as we could. And we're hitting studio again in October. So we're kind of pumped that what we wanted to do, what we set out to do, took a little longer, but hey, man, that's life. But we're getting all this music released out. We're so pumped that it's going steady. We're going back to studio in October before tour to get some more stuff to pile up. So I think we're just pumped where we're at, the place we're at now. Just constantly releasing. The numbers look great. The reactions were great with all the tunes. We're really thankful for everybody, giving us all the support throughout the whole time. But we're finally stoked to just be playing these tunes out soon. So, yeah, the past 3 years, it's kind of had its ups and downs, man, for sure. But, I mean, through all of that, we got some cool music out of it. So we're super pumped that we're releasing it all. I think we got like 3 or 4 more we're going to be releasing, and then we'll probably hit studio. Then we'll have a couple more on top of that. So it's a weird, man. Like I really want to do a CD release, but I just want to keep releasing music though. Like I'm like loving this, just single. Just unfortunately today, at a band, at kind of where we're at now, single is almost more beneficial than doing a whole album, even though I still love doing albums. And like, even as a listener, I love albums. So, I think we are going to culminate everything we've released over the past 3 years, and including this big spout this past year of releasing, into one album. We have a bunch of extra content we're going to do. You and I were talking about acoustic stuff a little bit earlier. Love acoustifying songs. So I think we're going to throw some bonus content because, I mean, who really has a CD player anymore in their car? Yeah. I mean, I have one, but anybody that bought a car in 2020 does not have a CD player in it anymore. So we figure we still want to do the hard copy on it. And we'll just try to throw some extra content that you can't get online. to make it a really pain in the butt to listen to. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's funny, man. Right behind the computer, I have it's a record player, a CD player, a tape player, and it has a aux input. So it's like I could get all the media on this thing. But yeah, man, no, it's funny how CDs just kicked it out over the past, I guess, 10 years. It's been working this way. But you know, hey, at a merch table, man, people still like buying them. You know, whether they listen to them or not, whether it's a coaster on their coffee table or whether it's just a memorabilia, something that's not breaking their bank at the merch table, that like, hey, they can throw us a couple bucks to support us and get out. So we're thankful for all of it, but trying to make it a little bit more special with some extra content that you can't get on Spotify or YouTube or anything like that. Dude, what do you think about vinyl, man? I know a lot of bands are kind of going that route, like even hard rock bands, stuff like that, like bands that really aren't kind of meant for vinyl. Like if you get like an indie band or like a really, you know, kind of grungy band, like that really translates well on vinyl. But if you're going like digital hard rock, like sometimes it's a little weird. Like, do you listen to vinyl at all, man?
No, but I know bands, they usually do like a pressing of like 500 or 1,000 records, and they're collector's items, and people like to, you know, look at them, see who played on them, you know, all that stuff. The artwork, it's just something that it's nostalgia, but it's still got, you could still sell them, basically, you know.
Yeah, I think you hit it. It's the artwork of it too, man. I remember being a little kid, like 4 or 5, and looking at my dad's Iron Maiden album covers and being like terrified of I was like, oh my god. But yeah, just the artwork and stuff like that. I feel like it got lost with CDs, got lost with tapes over the years. You know, you could still unfold. I still remember tapes. You could unfold the thing and get the page of lyrics, you know what I mean? Just have to figure out how to fold it back up to fit back in that little tape case. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool that's kind of coming back a little bit. So we've been flirting with the idea of the vinyl, just to go nuts with the artwork and, you know, do something really cool with the lyrics, you know, whatever we can do to kind of make it a little bit more of a poster than it is a media outlet to listen to your music, because everybody's just doing this.
Yeah, that's getting old.
I'm guilty. It's the same. Yeah, no one's sitting in their living room and, you know, getting their reel to reel out or, you know, anything crazy like that. But yeah, man.
You know, you could always make those picture vinyls, like the color ones, you know?
Yep. They got some cool stuff going.
So, and those are unique and rare, you know? That's something cool.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. But yeah, dude. No, like I said, we're pumped to be finally releasing all this stuff out. Like I said, it's been a really cool year. It's been weird being an online band for a year, though. I'll give it that. Like, very weird. Not playing out. Oh my god, dude. You get like this itch you can't scratch. So, you know, you just try to play out when you can, where you can, kind of locally, a little bit here and there, acoustic gigs, or, you know, Pat, our guitar player, he's in an active cover band. They're kind of rocking around, so it's just like, I guess he's getting his itch scratched that way. I don't know. But yeah, we're super pumped. We got a tour come up in November. I know you'll get to that, but that's kind of sets the mood for it, man. Because God, we can't wait to get out.
Awesome. What have you learned over the last 3 years?
Well, I've kind of learned a little bit more about marketing with music. That's a constant changing thing, man. And you know, if you're a band out there and you're really trying to kind of get your numbers up and stuff like that, because like your Spotify numbers as a band, it's kind of like your report card. It's like, you know, if you got an agent you're talking to, or it's like, hey, what are your numbers? Blah blah blah. You know, and it's a shame that it is that way. It's just like, oh, it's not how good you are. It's how popular you are. You know what I mean? Which in any kind of business, that's what it is, unfortunately. But the marketing stuff, man, and having a good team really kind of can skyrocket your band to like a little bit of a next level, or just get you out there a hell of a lot better, because it's so distracting to kind of stand out or anything like that in anything. So, you know, getting a great guy to help you out, you know, getting the reels done. You know what I mean? So like when we do a song, we do I think we do 10 videos, just short form stuff. You know what I mean? Before we release it, so we record it, we go in, we do the 10 videos, and then we release it, and the hard work's kind of done. You know what I mean? Like we found the dingy warehouse to do our video in. You know, we've all right. Here's our outfit changes. Here's what we're gonna do. Blah blah blah. So like, and then when you go to release, it's a little bit easier on you. You know what I mean? You can just, all you got to worry about is, hey, getting this music out there. You got the content already stacked up, and you can just like find a great ad guy and go to town. You know, so like having a good team, and I think with Rise this year especially, we've had a great team with Predpath Productions, Brendan from Set for Tomorrow, and Jason on the other marketing side of things. And our manager Malice helped a lot too. So having a good team, it doesn't take a village, but it takes a good team to kind of get it going, man. And then I guess also really just like, don't take it so freaking seriously, man. It's music. Remember to have fun. That's easy to forget when you're grinding and you're like, oh man, my numbers aren't great, or like, oh man, what are we doing? We're kind of, we're falling down. We haven't done shows or anything like that. It's just like you got to remember to have fun with it, because with a lot of musicians anyway, it's part of your identity. When people come up to you and talk to you, like, hey man, what's going on, dude? They don't say like, oh dude, it rained yesterday. They ask you how your band is. That's their version of how is the weather to you, because that's what they identify you as. Just as a musician. So, not to get caught up in that, but just remember to relax, have fun, and good things will come. And just as long as you're enjoying it, it's gonna be work sometimes, but other than that, yeah. So having a great team is hugely important for getting your stuff out there, and then just reminding yourself not to take it so freaking seriously, and you'll have a hell of a lot more fun. But yeah, that's about it, man. We all have day jobs in the band, so none of us are doing this for a living yet. Well, I know a couple guys that are. They've taken the plunge into the. Hey, you guys, you're going to be on tour for, 3 months or a month here, and then you're going to be off for 2 months, and you're going to be back on for a month. Even if it is months, like, try holding down a good day job. You know what I mean? You have to be set up with a certain situation to make that work really well, or else it can be a bit of a struggling thing. You know what I mean? I can imagine anyway. Everybody's situation is different, though.
Yeah. Okay. What is one thing you would like to see change in the music industry?
I don't know, man. It evolves so much, dude. I kind of wish it was like back in the day where it's like almost kind of flowering. Like, and ask any musician, they're going to be like, oh man, I hate social media. Not everybody. Some people have learned to have fun with it, which is also important. But, if you could take that away and just kind of, I don't know, get in a time machine and go back to where it was a club that flyers got passed out on somebody saying, and it was very, let's call it organic. You know what I mean? Nothing seems organic anymore, man. Everything seems like even the path we're taking. I mean, we've gone this route for a year of doing these reels and stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun. We've had fun doing it. And, we worked really hard, financially also, you know what I mean? Just the time and everything else. And it was like back in the day, dude, you just showed up and knew how to party and you were good to go. You know what I mean? Like, there was a house party up the street that there was a rock band playing in. But, music just evolves, and, the popular music evolves to whatever's popular or what's not. And I know rock music's taken a hit for probably about 20 years now. But, you think that, and then you kind of go out to some of these concerts, man, it's like 70,000 people singing the lyrics back to like Nickelback. You're like, dude, it's not dead. It's just guys getting out there and, you know what I mean? Getting people wanting to go out to their certain show. Yeah, dude, no, I would love for it to be more organic, but it's where we live in, man. Nothing like I said, nothing I can do about that.
You were talking about like house parties. I was talking to a band recently about this, and it seems like people are afraid to come out of their house and have fun. Like, I remember back in the day, there was parties all the time at night, loud music, cops would come, say, turn it down. You don't see any of that anymore.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, yeah, I think even that's pre-COVID, man. It's just like, everything's made us so connected through online and stuff, but everything's made us so further apart. Like, people realize that it is 100% easier to stay home, sit on your phone and watch reels or play Xbox or whatever, than to be bored at home and be like, we got to get out, we got to throw a party, we got to get something going on. So I don't know if everybody's just so distracted that they just don't, you know what I mean? Yeah, and you got COVID too, which also taught everybody it is 100% easier to stay home than to go out to a show, go to a party, but it is 100% more fun to do that. And I miss it too, man, because we used to have bonfires, man, like back in the day, be in the middle of the woods, no cops involved, you know what I mean? People bust out your djembe, get your acoustic guitar, and that's kind of like, people ask what your influences are. That's kind of part of the influence of me, of like, oh, dude, we're doing a bonfire. We got to get these tunes down, and jamming with Bill. I've jammed with Bill before. You know what I mean? It's just like, it was almost like a community, a little bit more, but a face-to-face community, not a, you know what I mean? It's so much different, man. But again, the organic stuff kind of gets lost. But COVID definitely kicked that in the butt too, man. I'm not gonna lie. Can't just blame technology.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, like you wish we could just go back in time to those good old days, where it was fun and it was real music, and it just seems like we need to bring that back somehow.
Yeah, and there are people that are doing it. Don't get me wrong here. There are, little underground stuff, and a lot of times in the hardcore scene or something like that, like you'll see it. Like, there's like a laundromat that people are like moshing in somewhere. You know what I mean? Years back, so a band like they kind of got viral with it, but they rocked the Denny's out. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. So like, it's not for lack of trying or bands not being creative with it. I don't think. I definitely see it out there. Maybe it's something that we could try to pull together or something like that. Like, I mean, hell, like, how fun would it be to you're buying a ticket to, I'm in Maryland, so Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. It's a popular tubing spot, just kind of tubing down the river. You got your little tube cooler. How fun would it be to buy a ticket to that? And that's your campground, is your venue, and you're just acoustifying everything. Like, that would be awesome. So, just sit around, brainstorm the ideas. You just got to get it together and go do it. You know what I mean? And it's funny, you're right, man. Some people just won't come because it's so much easier to stay home.
Jeez. Yeah. So, before we talk about these songs here, who did you go into the studio with to have produce this?
Kile Odell. We worked with Kile out of Nashville. We worked with Kile for the entirety of this band. Kyle was in Greensboro, North Carolina, first. We were there. I think we were with him down there for like 3 years. And then when he popped to Nashville, Greensboro from Maryland's probably about like 5 hours-ish with some change, you know what I mean? Not too bad. Popped to Nashville, we were like, dude, he's our fifth member, man. We every time we're going, it's without him, it's I don't know, it's just different. Like, we still all write together, blah blah blah, but we go down and we get our icing on the cake with Kyle for sure. No, it's been Kyle through the longevity of the band, man. I don't see really much of a change. We've written with a couple other people as well. With Ricky. But yeah, it's just been mostly Kyle, man. Yeah.
Is there any like techniques that he uses to get the best performance out of you?
Mostly talking shit. No. No, man. I kind of like, when I'm in the booth, man, it's just like, you're on your thing, and you just kind of rock with it. Every song is different, man, and a lot of musicians will tell you, like, oh, how do you write your songs, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, every tune can be different. Yeah. I think him talking shit and me not taking it so damn seriously in there kind of helps, for sure. But also, he's definitely a master at his craft, man. So, having a little extra studio help never hurts.
Like, when you go in the studio, do you usually have like a demo like of the whole song, or is there sometimes you just go in there with like a verse and a chorus and you just build from there?
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to think. Yeah, dude. So a lot of times I'll go down. You make sure I have a bunch of courses, so I sing and play guitar, so it's easy for me to get some courses down. Blah blah blah. And when you're writing down there, like, and that's what we're doing. So it used to be you do your whole song, you finish everything note for note, blah blah blah. You go into studio, you're paying your money for your engineer to record it. It's not a whole lot of producing going on, and bam, there's your song. Um, but it was a culture shock when I first went down there years ago now, that wasn't the case. Like, hey, I had two songs, went down, cool, we got them, we tore them apart, put them back together, kind of as you do. But then it just turned into like, you just want to write one, yeah. And 2 days later, we got a finished product. We're done. So it's good chemistry. And sometimes any kind of songwriting, sometimes it seems like the best songs happen quick, and the ones that you're fighting uphill the whole time just turn out to be just B-side stuff. And sometimes, man, you go down and yeah, you're fighting uphill in this song, fighting up a hill in this song, and you're only down there for so long, so you gotta get this song done, And then other times it's just like, man, we got an extra day because we finished that song so quick. Yeah, man. No, so the songs vary. Sometimes we come down with a chorus and we'll just take the chorus, build the rest of the song around that. One time we did something where, cool, like we had the vocals on something. I was like, sick, and we just took the music and wiped it, and just completely rewrote the music underneath it, and it turned it in. We did that with Convictions actually, years ago. So Convictions was a very chug song, like just dun 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 dun, and we were like, let's see what happens. Wiped it, rewrote the whole thing, and it turned into Convictions. So yeah, it's fun when you can play with it like that. When you're just open, you're not so dead set. You're not beating a dead horse on stuff. You're like, that kind of sucks. All right, let's change it. You know what I mean? Not like, oh, this note needs to be perfect. So that goes back with not taking it so damn seriously. It's like, it's a song. If you don't like this one, write another one. You know what I mean? Just keep going. And that's why we try to keep going back down studio, man, like as much as possible. Keep writing, keep putting stuff out. It rarely gets worse. It always gets better. You know what I mean? I felt like this group of songs, like compared to our first album and to the groups of songs we have going on now, it's just night and day, man. So it's, I guess, nowhere to go but up.
And with you talking about like, instead of going in with a demo you create there, it kind of like keeps it fresh. Like sometimes you've had these songs for like 6 months before you go in the studio, but when you create it in there, it's only been like 1 or 2 days and it's still fresh,
Yep. Yeah, you're definitely your own worst enemy when it comes to being a biased opinion on your own stuff. You've heard it this way for, like you said, it was like 6 months or something like that, or even 2 weeks, like you've heard it this one way, and all of a sudden you go in and they change it. Now it just doesn't sound good because you're not used to it, So yeah, it is useful in that act, yeah, for sure.
Okay, we're going to talk about pass it on. And in the chorus you say, take the pain and pass it on, let it echo through, make it hurt enough that we feel numb, the cycle continues. And what I got from this song, because it's kind of like you're passing on, like if you're mad and you yell at somebody, then they're going to be mad and pass it on to the next person, and it just keeps on going around in a cycle.
That's it, man. And that song was kind of written about almost generational. You know what I mean? The father passes to the son passes to the grandson. You know what I mean? And you can use that in so many ways. And and that's what a song is. You know what I mean? Hey, interpret it how you want. But relationship wise or whatever, we see it every day. You see it at work. What you're doing at work. Hey, your manager's pissed off, you're pissed off. Bam. You know what I mean? And your subordinate's pissed. You know what I mean? It's just, but yeah, the intenseness of that song needed a brutal subject matter. So we went with that, we see in everyday life with everything, man. It's a very negative connotation, but we do see it in small ways and big ways. But yeah, the thought for we flirted with a music video on that one of doing kind of like a generational, you know what I mean, kind of thing, blah, blah, blah. The kid sees the parents fighting, blah, blah, blah. It just, the cycle continues, man. But yeah, that was a fun. That was the first one we did in what I like to call drop donkey tuning. You take standard drop D guitar and just drop it a whole step. So yeah, that was an interesting experience.
All this drama follows endlessly. On a loop it preys on you and me. All this heartache makes a battleground. When no one's safe and home cannot be found. Take the pain and pass it on. Take the pain and pass it on. Share the wound. Take the pain and pass it on. Let it go through. Make it hurt enough that we feel love. The cycle continues. Take the weight and pass it on. Let us share the wounds. Till marry the same. Pass it on.
Okay, the next song is Blame Me. And you say, blame me if you never have to feel the pain. Blame me, because I'm lying in the bed I made. And what I got from this song is kind of like the same. It's like you keep on getting into these cycles of toxic relationships, and just blame me for being in this relationship. I might be the problem, and that's what I got from that.
Yeah, I mean that one's almost like, please just hate me. It's okay. You know what I mean? It was almost like I'll fall on the sword. You can just blame me. And it's so funny, man. We toss and turn with that one a little bit because it does have a lot of relationship connotations in the verse and stuff like that. I kind of did want to change it up a little bit, like in the writing, just because if you think about it, it works with friends too, man. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, that was a pretty powerful one, man. Macaulay crushed that verse. And then, but yeah, that was a super fun one. But yeah, dude, that was just like, I'll take it all. You can just blame me. I fucked up. That kind of stuff. We can all relate to that one. It's like, you got me. Let's go.
I like how you've used the vocal dynamics with the bass player singing the verse, you're singing the chorus, and then he's doing the screaming. How did that come about? Did you already have that planned out, or was that like an experiment you tried in the studio?
It was an experiment that we kind of, purposely did, obviously. Macaulay has a great voice, super great guy. Macaulay actually just moved to Nashville back in June, so he's out there now. But yeah, dude, it was something trying out because I've never had an issue with trying to do anything with a different singer, blah blah blah. Like, there's no check your ego at the door. There's nothing like that. But writing with another singer was something cool and new. That it took some getting used to do for sure, because you're so used to doing it your way for so long, and you kind of open the door to having someone else come in and kind of write. We call it top lining, when you got the music out, you just top lining over top of it. But really, it was such a smooth process. Like towards the end, on I think it was this single we just released, "Shame on You." We literally top lined it in 15 minutes. We just went out to the car, took a laptop, opened it up, and him and I just went back and forth. It was great. It was super quick, man. Crave the same way. We kind of did the same thing. So it depends on the person you're working with too. Kylie's such a down to earth, cool guy. So it was great working with him on it. And having his vocal in there, he has the kind of the bring me the horizon a little bit, kind of like that kind of voice kind of deal. And I got a little bit more of the rock voice kind of thing. So I was like, okay, well, obviously, it's two singers. So we don't sound the same, which is sick. So we figured we'd give that a shot for a little bit. But so far, so good, man. Blame Me did great, man. Still doing great, by the way. So I think we're up 150,000 something streams on that. I think we released that in May. So for a band like us, that's pretty good. So yeah, it seemed to work, man. Absolutely. Yeah.
Tell me I'm gone, cause you know that I lost myself. Under all the lies, you can see that I'm not well. Trapped in my head, but I can't remember. Telling myself I have all the answers. I know, you know, that this was never meant to be. Blame me, so you never have to feel the pain. Blame me, 'cause I'm lying in the bed at night. I'm crashing, I can't find the ground, spinning in circles with no way out. Blame me, so you never have to feel the pain. Blame me.
I like the music video, how it's like kind of like old school when you guys are all dressed up in like old kind of like 50s, 60s outfits.
We're going for Peaky Blinders, man. We're going for Peaky Blinders. Yeah, that's what we were. Funny, McCully actually, we got the stand-up bass, and McCully was rocking out so hard that he nailed his head on the bass, and he had a cut down here. So we're putting chapstick on it, trying to stop the bleeding. Like, what do boxers do? You know, like we're trying to do this thing. So if you look in the music video, there's a couple shots where he's fine, like there's nothing on his face. But as the music video progresses, you start to see this scar, this mark right here, this bloody mark. So if you watch the music video, keep a lookout. That was post McCully head bashing the upright bass. But it was cool, man. Yeah, we had it was snowing its ass off up here in Maryland. It was in the middle of the city that we had to shoot the place we shot this at. It was like an acrobatics place. So it used to be a church. So you go in there and they have the strands hanging from the ceiling, those crazy wheels you can do the stuff in. So like we're pushing all this stuff to the side while we're moving like 100-year-old pews as well for this thing. But all the guys that came out to help us do the shoot and all the extras and stuff like that, yeah, they braved the snow and walked in like 2-foot snow in their high heels to get there to get it done. So a super fun shoot though, man. And that was the same guy who does our reels, Brendan from Prayer Path. But yeah, that was a fun one, man. I was like, we decided to do it in black and white until the bridge, and that really popped it out. I was like, this is going to be sick. So yeah, super pumped how that turned out.
Awesome. What's your plans for the rest of the year?
For 26, I don't know. Like I said, I'm still pushing whether we're ready to release a full CD or not, full album. But you know, we're getting kind of hitting it hard again in September, but no shows till tour, man. We got a cool tour coming up in November. Just some East Coast stuff, you know. And I think we're going as far south as Georgia. Coming out your way. Doing a little bit of Northeast, coming back home halfway through, which is always nice. But yeah, dude, we're trying to hop on some more for 26. If we can get one more in, December's always tough, but you know, see if we can get some more. But you know, 27, we're really hoping to kind of hit it hard, hit the road hard, and yeah, I think we're gonna have to do a CD release at some point. So we got I think it's gonna be like 13, 14 songs plus extra content on top of it. So it'll be the biggest album we've ever released. But that'll probably be around spring 27 or something like that. But yeah, man, 26, finishing out the year with a nice bang. Can't wait for that tour. And we got some more singles coming on the way, man. So we're hitting October. We're going back down to Nashville. Probably get about 2 more songs out of that. And then, yeah, as soon as we get back, we got like a week, and then we're hopping on the road. So we're super pumped. We're going out with Magg Dillon. They're friends of ours down in Virginia Beach. They're super cool. It's gonna be a fun tour. Can't wait.
Awesome. Where can people get a hold of you? Facebook, Instagram?
Yeah. Instagram, Facebook, however they want to hit us up. Yep. That's the best way. I mean, honestly.
And just rise among rivals for everything.
Yep, we're the only one, trademarked and all. God, that my trademark was like about to expire, and the amount of spam I got. Good God, man! I'm just like working on a rooftop system, and like your trademark's expiring. Blah 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 blah. I was like, it's just text after text after text. I don't know. Apparently, there's a good market in that, but yeah, I don't think anybody's out to steal our band name, so I think we're safe.
Yeah. Okay. That's all the questions I have. Thanks for coming on the show today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, hold on, Randy. What you got going on, man? So you got this show's getting started, man, or not that started. You're expanding this too, right?
Yeah, I got the radio station. I got a radio team. They all do their own thing. I got Taylor. She's out of Richmond, Virginia. She got Tay's Green Life. Then I have Roseanne out of Mansfield, Ohio. It's called She Shreds with Roseanne. She has a podcast. And then I got Travis. He's out of Pittsburgh. He got like a whole team. It's called the No Skip Show, and he goes around to different venues, interviews bands, and shoots some live footage and stuff like that. And then I got Tabitha in Nashville. She got like a PR publicity thing that she sends us like interviews for her band. So we help each other out, you know.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, yeah, that's super cool.
And then I got the venue opening up in March.
Which is super exciting. So March. So is March the official date, or is that the hopeful date?
That's the hopeful date. It's been delayed a couple times. See, it was originally supposed to open this March and then June, and then there were some delays and stuff, but I'm shooting for March. That will be the beginning of my 6-year mark.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, hopefully we're hitting the road, man. That will be a stop 110%. Even for a long weekend, man. We'd love to come up. So super sick. But yeah, thanks a lot for having me on, man. Appreciate it.